This leaves like a white cast, and most sunscreens that I've used always leave a white cast. A white cast. This is the secret that I do that can save you so much money, okay? So you just... Like, I just didn't have the best skincare or any skincare at all, and when pimples would come, then they would just go. Like, I grew up idolizing and watching people that look nothing like me, so basically like European and American actresses that were all Caucasians. Once I sort of started learning about that and realizing that it's just, you know, a capitalist, patriarchal world that we live in that's trying to break me and sort of my mind and my perception of myself, that's when I started being like, okay, I actually really do love myself, and like, this is not okay. Like, I vowed to myself, like, one day I'm gonna be on screen and people are gonna like someone's gonna look at me the way I look at these people, like these actresses. And hey guys, what's up? This is Pretty Cupid and I'm back with another video. So I'm keeping my promise and I'm making a skincare video, even though no one asked me, nor no one has complimented me on my skin, but I just feel the need to come up and make a skincare video because I feel like, I don't know, my skincare journey has been a little bit wild, and it's still like I'm still learning, even if it's a bit slow, a little bit slow. And yeah, but in today's video, it's not just gonna be about skincare. I'm gonna be just talking about times where my face card declined and my journey with my face, like things I love about my face, things I hate about my face. This is my skincare bag, and I'm gonna show you guys the products that I use. I did wash my face before coming here, but I did forget to bring my face wash. Sometimes use two, sometimes I use one, but really I use one, and I use this specific one from, I forgot what it's called, but I stole it from my sister, and she had this like sample size, and I let the cleanser sit in my face. I know that's not like a thing that people talk about, but this is a trick I do to really get rid of acne. And then on top of that, I let it sit in my face for a little bit, and while it's sitting in my face, I like to take ice and ice my face at the same time while the cleanser is in my face, so it can really get into the pores. And I don't know, I just feel like it feels good and it looks cool. Just it feels like I'm doing something. My second step that I usually do is, which I'll do right now, is use this ounce thing. Wait, let me not show my nails, hold on. Okay. Sometimes if I don't have enough cotton pad, I usually just use like some like tissues or whatever that's clean. This is clean. And then I go with my toner. I'm gonna show you guys, it's kind of wet like this. So like that. And then yeah, I just like go in and make sure that my face is, and why is the tissue coming off to my head? Yeah, but to just go back, I did not hate my face, but I did not love my face, just because like I grew up idolizing and watching people that look nothing like me, so basically like European and American actresses that were all Caucasian, so I would look nothing like that. So then I would like literally like see beauty through their or like not their lens, but like they would be, so my perception of what beauty is, it's just Scarlett Johansson, like Angelina Jolie, but those people don't really relate to me whatsoever. So that's why it's really important now, if you're a young person watching, to have, especially in your For You page on social media, to have people that look like you, so you can learn about them, learn how to do their hair just like them. Because it took me a long time to figure out how to do my curly hair until I started watching people that had my hair type. Like, we'd have like a DVD set, and then I would rewatch these movies over and over again, and one of them was like Wanted, which is Angelina Jolie, and I just loved her in that movie, Wanted. She was just so cool, and I would always just look at her and just be like, oh my god, like I just want to give that bad bitch dark energy like she does. As a kid, and literally like would run and like look in the mirror and just compare myself. I like vowed to myself, like, one day I'm gonna be on screen and people are gonna like someone's gonna look at me the way I look at these people, like these actresses. Isn't really like growing up, I I saw someone like me, a young black kid, really. So that's what I wanted to give growing up. Like now there's a lot more, I'm sure there's so much more. You know, skincare really wasn't a thing for me. I would use apricot scrubs and stuff like that, and I'm so mad my sisters wouldn't really put me on until like my skin was so bad. Sorry, the tissue's like coming off. But yeah, so after I use a little bit of the toner, I then go ahead and use my vitamin C serum. So this is a pure vitamin C 20%, and then I just put this on my face. I tend to put a lot. Like I would be outside, I would not wear any sunscreen at all, and it would just be wild. Like I really didn't care. And I remember there was this girl, straight up, she would, every time she would come into class, and she was a friend of mine, and I'm like, why would she do this if she was like, if she considered me a friend? And I don't know, back then I just didn't clock people and their intentions, but she would like jokingly call me crusty all the time. I just wasn't aware. I just didn't have access to learning more about skincare. So she would come into the class, and yeah, my skin would look crusty and my lips sometimes would look crusty because I didn't prioritize that. But she would like point out and literally call me crusty all the time in front of people and stuff like that. And I would look at her and I'd be like, what? And would just brush it off, and she would do that all the time. And now looking back, it's so demeaning and it's not even funny. And like, this is why it's important to really watch who you're friends with and the way they joke around you, because once they joke with you one time, they think they can joke with you all the time and put you down. But the fact that she thought she was like being a good friend and yet call me crusty all the time in front of people and like bring me down was so crazy. Like, I just don't, like, what type of weirdo does that? Like, you could have like helped give me advice or give me a moisturizer or something, you know? It's crazy thinking about it. I don't know, what a cunt. But anyway, in terms of, let's go into stories where my face card did decline. I'm being real, you know, I'm not trying to put myself down or anything. I'm just trying to be transparent about my experiences. I remember like me and my friend, we got pulled over and we were getting some like, I forgot those like frozen yogurt place thing. I forgot what they were called. And I was in the passenger seat and she was driving, and we literally, it was like late night, and then we got pulled over, and this young man, cop, whatever, he literally went and, you know, was talking to my friend, you know, because she pulled her window down. And I was, before he started talking to us, the cop, I was telling her like, you know, just be sweet, maybe like flirt your way, as like jokingly, just to see, you know, if she's gonna do it. But my friend, even though she's so pretty, like she's not the type to like, she's kind of like a guy, like she doesn't like, she's not like pretty privileged, like tries to be cute or flirt type of person. Like she's really cool and chill. I've learned so much from her. Really like mature, and she doesn't give a fuck about looks and like people and men and shit like that. Like she don't care. And so she was like, oh hell no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna make sure to see, like just be, you know, mature about it. And so while the guy was talking, he was looking over at me for a second, and then I tried to be like smiles and like be like, use my dimples and stuff like that, and literally he looked at me and gave like a weird like gross out look. I remember being so distraught by this cop and being like, damn, like he didn't even think I was cute or whatever. And that was that. There was other times where I would like look at the cashier and give me a discount, and they'd be like, no, like fuck out of here, like. And during the nighttime, I like to also apply like a tretinoid, but for the tretinoid, I'm always scared because this one was for an acne bump that I had a long time ago, and I got multiple of these. And then on TikTok, I learned that you can use this for anti-aging, for wrinkles and stuff like that. It's like even better than retinol. So I was like, so I like to just mix it with this rich, soothing moisturizer, which I can show you guys right. Boom, and that's it. That's all you need on top of it. And so I'm just gonna mix it, and I do this all over my face. I usually just keep it at the nose in the beginning, but then I started getting confident. I don't get any reactions, and I need to get these wrinkles and these lines out of my face. I'm using this snail mucin next to just seal everything in my face. The one I'm also thinking about in terms of like when my face card really declined was on when I was out eating. I don't know how much I gave him. And I went and got some gyros, right? And then I sat down, and I've been to this place many times with my dad before, so I kind of like knew the guy with my dad, and my dad literally just like went out to go, I don't know, I think he was like getting a haircut or something. And so he left me there in the place alone. And so I got the gyro, and when the Arab guy brought it out and like put the dish down, I went to the freezer to just grab some cola, like as you do. And I didn't really ask because I just thought that like I gave him enough money. And so when I was drinking it and when I finished eating, I was about to head out. And the guy literally stopped me. He was like, "Are you gonna pay for it? Are you gonna pay for the drink you took out of the freezer?" And I was like, "What? Like, I thought I already gave you." He's like, "Nah, you need to still pay for it." And I literally just looked at him and thought, this, I swear to God, this is what I did. And I was sober as fuck. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I literally was like, full finger in my mouth. Like, I don't really have like the cash for it. And I tried to like make my voice like real like cunty or whatever, and I was just like, I don't have it. And he just looked at me and was like his face dropped and he was just like this. Okay, like, but you still gotta pay for it. And I was just like so embarrassed because his face was like someone that just was not having. He was looking at me like, what are you doing? Like, like, I don't have time for this. And so I just remember being so embarrassed and just gave him whatever money I had and just like ran out and just being like, what? And I don't know what it is. I'm a shy person, but there are times when I get real confident and start getting a little bit weird and just be thinking that I am the most attractive person in the world and can get away with so many things. This one is really, really nice. I don't use it because I usually use this all the time, but it's this advanced all-in-one cream. I feel like this one is way better than the snail mucin because it's like a cream. Isn't that wild? It's so crazy. And it feels so nice on the lips. And I realized with this snail mucin, you can put it sometimes on your legs and stuff for eczema, and it could really get rid of your eczema in like a day or two. Like, they're getting this all-in-one cream for people who have really, really dry skin because it's gonna make you look like you did a whole 7-step skincare routine. Seriously, and it's gonna get rid of any type of drying, eczema, anything like cracks and whatever. Like right now I have a little bit of like dryness right here, and I've been putting on some cream, and when I do this it like helps. Say between these two I would get this. This is the same thing but better. This one is just a snail mucin and whatever, and this is more products, so like, guys, get this. This step is the most important step. My sister's, and then she just gave it to me because she was sick of me. This leaves like a white cast, and most sunscreens that I've used always leave a white cast. The point, I actually hate using sunscreen, or always tend to forget and don't care for sunscreen. But what I do is make sure to mix your sunscreen with a moisturizer, and I'm gonna show you. And the trick, the secret recipe you need to do is use a bit of oil to help marinate the sunscreen into your skin. So I add a little bit of oil, so as you can see the oil on my hand, a little bit of sunscreen, and putting this much, so it's literally like this skin. And this is what helps me because I don't need to then have to find a black friendly sunscreen, because you know, you want to save your money. Or you can just go buy a black friendly one and not have to do this. But if you have an oil around and a good moisturizer around in your arsenal, then do this, because we don't want to have to just rebuy things or like buy certain sunscreens when you have one. And this is kind of what I do. And so I look really oily and greasy, and that's because I've been using the snail mucin. So just make sure that if you're doing this routine, especially in the morning, I would suggest using the snail mucins and stuff like that at night, because you can put so much product at night because you're not going to be outside. You can look as crazy as you want, but if you don't want to look like a greasy, oily person, even though that can be a look at times, but because you're using an oil like this that's kind of heavy, I would avoid other products that are a little bit more oily. See that? I look oily because of the snail mucin and the oily products, but I usually don't look that oily. I did put a little bit too much bio oil, so I would suggest using only just a little bit amount of bio oil and adjust based on whatever. But look, no white cast. This is the secret that I do that can save you so much money, okay? So you just do this. Do it, guys. Literally, boom. So yeah, so it's been fun, guys, and I hope this, when I'm editing, it works out well, and I hope I can create you guys a fun little video. But yeah, this has been a really nice video to make. I hope everyone enjoys. Thank you guys for people who leave comments and support, and thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I would love you to engage with you guys more. So if you liked anything about this video, any tips, if you found the story times funny and relatable, just make sure to drop a comment and let me know so I can communicate with you guys. I think it's really cool communicating with people. And yeah. But anyway, guys, love ya. See ya. Bye. Pretty Cupid out.